So, I'll share a story of mine. It's very recent. So, Tuesday night, I just got back over the weekend from India. It was a very hectic trip. We went to India for one of my many purposes that keeps me going every day. And I'll talk about that in a second. But I came back. It was a very short trip, 7 days in and out, flying 24 hours each way, right after I had spoken at GrowthCon and flew straight from Vegas. And I came back, and the first day we came back, we're moving into the Lurn Center, and there's tons of things to be done. 15, 16-hour days. I'm coming home. Tuesday night, I come home, and my parents are there. And so my lovely wife basically staged what looked like a bit of an intervention. And it was just, we're worried about you. We're working too hard. And I agreed with them. I said, this isn't typically my schedule, but I'm in this season right now. And they just very innocently said, why? And you know what? Near me was this brochure. And it had the big Lurn logo on it. And I literally just pulled it up front and I just pointed to it. This logo to me no longer means words. It's an image. I look at it with great pride because it represents a life, a person. Before I came onto this stage, I prayed that if anything, I just touch even one person today, one life that changes. So it doesn't matter how tired I am. It doesn't matter how much I've worked. My purpose is to impact other people. And when I quit, they lose one of their generals. See, my dream is simple. I want to teach 1 million people how to be an entrepreneur all over the world, including third world countries where entrepreneurship is last thought. Last year, we adopted 2 villages in East Africa. This year, we'll adopt 3 villages that we literally bring out of poverty using entrepreneurship. We microfund 50 businesses in each of the villages. Thank you. Thank you. And I want you to understand something. As I talk about this, I quiver. This isn't just a vision. This isn't just something I'm saying. I wake up every morning and it torments me that I'm away. I got 2,000 people. My goal is 1 million. My other goal is to put 1 million children through an education who otherwise would not get one. So my wife and I are building schools in the slums of Mumbai, catering to children who would otherwise be selling tea. 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds, giving them a first-class education, putting them into private schools after they graduate first grade. We're going to hit 1,000 kids this year. So we're literally working on our way to 1 million kids. So you know what? I can retire today. Right now, I can drop this mic, walk out that door, and never look back. Me and my kids are going to do just fine. I don't know how much money I have. I, honest to God, cannot tell you how much money I have. I have no clue. I can just tell you this, I have more than enough. So everything I'm doing from here on out, it's not for the money. Too many of us work for the money. The purpose is the money, and that's the problem. You are not going to get it if that's what you're chasing. The reason is when we wake up in the morning and we have that moment that says, oh, not again. That purpose is what fuels us. Now, this might sound like a bunch of hooty-patooty stuff, but I challenge you to really think deep. Who are you doing this for? External accountability is empowering because of what Jeremy said. Are you going to really look at that person and say, I quit? You can't. And winning is simply statistics. Do you guys realize that? It's like you flip a coin, once you're going to eventually hit heads. If you can simply make micro adjustments with every failure or every no, you are statistically going to win. The odds are in your favor every time. I tell this story in my book that I'm just going to share and we'll move on because we're way behind, but I call it the red door. The red door. When I was little, we used to have these gift wrapping sell-a-thons at school. And all the money would apparently go to a nonprofit, but I think there was a couple of guys I met that took all the money, but we won't go there. So we used to win prizes. And one year, it was a beautiful bike. Ooh, sexy. I want that bike. So I had my area, my neighborhood. I knew all the ladies that used to buy from me. All I had to do was come, smile, pucker up, and they would buy gift wrapping paper. So I drew out a whole plan, the how. This house will buy 2, this house will buy 3, this house will buy 4, this house will buy 1, this house will buy 2. This is how I get to being the number 1 agent. Well, unfortunately, a CVS had just opened in the local area. For those of you who don't know what CVS is, it's like a Walgreens, or basically they sell cheap gift wrapping paper, cheaper than me. Knock on the first door, it's a no. First time in years. Knock on the second door, it's a no. Knock on the third door, it's a no. My bike is slipping out of my hands by every knock. Knock on the fourth door, it's a no. Knock on the fifth door, it's a no. Knock on the sixth door, it's a no. I don't know how many it was, 7, 8, 9, 10 doors, whatever. But there was a point at which I thought, I'm done. Whatever, I'm not gonna win the bike, what's the point? And I remember this moment because I'm walking and I'm about to turn this way to home, and I turn around and I see this house. Some new neighbors had moved in a few months ago and decided to paint the doors and shutters the ugliest red I've ever seen in my life. And the whole neighborhood was talking about it. So I thought, well, I'm already here. Let's go see what those people look like. Knock on the door. Beautiful, lovely lady with a big smile opens and says, "Hi, sweetie, how can I help you?" And I said, "I'm so-and-so. I'm selling gift wrapping paper for Judith A. Resnick Elementary School. We're raising money for yada yada. And I was hoping you'd buy some wrapping paper." And she looks at me and says, "You know what? It's so funny that you came to my door today. Just today I was commissioned by our church to buy all the gift wrapping paper for our church." And I said to her, simple. I said to her, I didn't know what that meant. I was like, "You gonna buy some gift wrapping paper or what, you know?" She put an order in for 20 rolls. She made up for all the houses that I had missed. The red door, that last door you didn't knock. So when you quit, that's all that's happened. So remember that. You just quit before you knocked on the red door. So please, purpose, why purpose fits that story is purpose is what keeps us going. When you live for a purpose, you can't quit because it's not an option.